Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Straight to Blu-ray. My name is James, and it is time for another episode of Obscure Movie Monday. This is where I go over a obscure movie that a lot of people may not have heard of, something that may not be on your radar. I go over what the movie's about, what I thought of it, and what you can expect on the physical copy, as far as if there's any special features or anything good like that. So for this week, this is a dollar store pickup. It's something I grabbed a while back, but finally got a chance to watch it the other day. This has Sean Bean and Mary McCormick in it, and that is going to be Drone. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel. If you're new here, let me invite you to subscribe. I post movie-related videos at least a couple times a week on various movie-related topics, including Mondays where I do my Obscure Movie Monday. Like I said, I go over something obscure. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button if you happen to like this video. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the movie Drone. Let me know if you've seen it or not. Is this something you're interested in? Or like I said, if you have an obscure movie you think I might like to check out. Let me know that in the comments down below. All right, so getting into it, like I said, I've got the movie here. This is Drone. Like I said, this is a dollar store pickup. So, I wasn't exactly, worried whether or not I would like it. I figured I'd give it a shot. It sounded interesting when I read the description of it. Like I said, this has got Sean Bean, who you might know. He was the bad guy in National Treasure. Or, of course, Eddard Stark from the first season of Game of Thrones. It's also got Mary McCormick. So yeah, those are the two, I guess, the main ones you probably would have recognized in this one. So yeah, it's basically right here. You can see Drone. It says choose your target wisely. We got the spine right there, and then here is the back of the Blu-ray. I'll go ahead and read over the synopsis on the back because it'll probably be a little bit better than me trying to explain it to you. The little tagline here says anyone can be targeted by drone warfare, even pilots. And the synopsis is drone pilot and family man Neil, who is played by Sean Bean, has spent his career conducting deadly covert missions overseas, all from the comfort of his suburban hometown. When an enigmatic Pakistani businessman shows up at his home seeking revenge, Neil must confront the consequences of his actions. So that's basically the gist of it. Like as they said, Sean Bean plays. He's a drone pilot, does these drone strikes. Not a military guy, works for the CIA, but kind of as a contractor. Does these drone strikes. Of course, this person, Pakistani businessman, as they said, his family is killed by one of these drone strikes, and he decides he's going to seek revenge. That's the kind of the basic plot of the movie. This is a dollar store pickup. It isn't super low budget. Like, you can tell they had a little bit of a budget on this one. It's not extremely, this isn't a blockbuster. Obviously, it's a more obscure movie, but you could tell they had a little bit of a budget. It's not super low budget where, you can see that this was a fairly well-made movie, fairly well-funded kind of movie. As far as the actual movie goes, like I said, the premise sounded really interesting. He's, drone pilot. He kills some folks, and then they're out for revenge. They're coming to get him. That just sounded really interesting. It seemed like it was going to be a really cool kind of action, movie, and him coming to get him. But I got to tell you, I was extremely disappointed with how it actually ended up playing out. Because like I said, if you read the synopsis, it says when an enigmatic Pakistani businessman shows up at his home seeking revenge, Neil must confront the consequences of his actions. The problem was, I'm not trying not to give too many spoilers out here. This part of the seeking revenge at his home, this is like the last 15% of the movie. Like, it takes forever for him to get to that actual moment, which I thought was going to be basically kind of the entire thing, is him, plotting this revenge, or him, kind of maybe he's holding people hostage at his house, and all this plays out. But it was like the very end of the movie. Most of the movie isn't that. That portion of it just kind of plods along. It's basically, he finally gets there, and you've got Sean Bean. His wife is Mary McCormick. They have a 16-year-old son. And I got to say, I don't know if it was the actor that played the son or just the role in general, but it was just an annoying character. I don't know why. It just seemed like like the character, was too over the top when he got upset. It almost reminded me a little bit of Twilight, where it's just super exaggerated, being upset, or Disney Channel overacting ish kind of thing. I just didn't like that character at all. To be honest, most of the characters were the best. I mean, I could kind of see, because I don't, like I said, I don't want to give away too much as far as spoilers. I could see where they were going with it at the end, but it just took way too long to get there. And when you have a movie with the synopsis of this, you're expecting all this action and all this kind of not to be more of a, I mean, there is obviously drama to it, but you were expecting some action, and some bad things to happen. You didn't really get that very much. It was very, like I said, very prodding. I think the climax part, or the action, it was almost like if you watched Die Hard and nobody got shot or killed until like 75% into the movie. Like, you would be quite disappointed. It's like, man, it's taken forever to get to the good stuff. And then the good stuff wasn't that good. And then it was only a little tiny bit of the movie. So like I said, overall, kind of disappointed in this one. That's Sean Bean. I like him. He's always done some good roles. Mary McCormick, I've seen her in a couple things. I know she had that show on the USA Network. I can't remember what it is offhand, but she's been in other stuff. I think she was in Deep Impact, as one of the astronauts that went up. But just, overall, it's another one of those where it took kind of a cool premise and then just failed to deliver on it really good. So I can't say, even at the $1.25 it probably is now, I would highly recommend it. I mean, if you want to check it out, but it's definitely not as good a movie as I thought it could be, and just wasn't super enjoyable. But it does have a couple special features on it. Does have a couple deleted scenes. This basically says bonus features, deleted scenes. There are, I believe, 2 deleted scenes in there. I didn't watch any of the deleted scenes because the scenes they kept in weren't very good. So can't imagine the deleted scenes probably would have been any better. So I didn't bother to check that out. But yeah, so Drone here on Blu-ray, probably worth a skip if you happen to be thinking about picking this one up. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for another episode of Obscure Movie Monday. Like I said, leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you saw Drone. Maybe you thought it was a little bit better than I did. Like I said, wasn't a huge fan of it. Or let me know some movies that you might think would be good to go over on Obscure Movie Monday. Leave me those in the comments down below. And as always, everybody, thanks so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video.